Hello and welcome to Resistance to Social Influence Lesson 6. In this lesson we're going to look at why people resist social influence, including social support and locus of control. So it's really important to understand that not everyone obeys, not everyone conforms. In Asch, 24% gave the correct answer every time. Milgram, 35% refused to give electric shocks up to 450 volts, and in Zimbardo, no less than 2/3 of the guards refused to behave sadistically, despite a very intimidating atmosphere. In Milgram's study, then, he suspected that the presence of social support might influence obedience rates. So he contrived an experiment based on his original, but in this case, the teacher, the naive participant, had two Confederate teachers in the room. They had been instructed to go along with whatever Milgram said. When they did this, the naive participant not only protested less, but 92.5% of the participants went to 450 volts, showing that this substantially increased the obedience rates. When Milgram flipped the experiment so that the condition contained two dissenting teachers, obedience rates dropped to 10%. These two experiments show that the presence of social support is the single biggest influencer on whether or not we will obey. Asch found similar findings. In his study, he planted an ally, a Confederate, amongst the other Confederates, who was instructed to give the right answer. So, the participants go around, they would say which line from here is the same length as this line, and they would say A, wrong, and then the Confederate would say B, the correct answer. The next one would say the wrong answer, and then finally our naive participant, our real participant, would be able to give the answer. Only 5.5% gave the same answer as the majority, so conformity rates dropped. Even when the participant, the Confederate, gave a different wrong answer, so when they said B, this was still enough to drop the conformity rate substantially, suggesting the mere differing of opinions was enough to break the unanimity of the group. Gamson. In Gamson's study, a group of participants were recruited to discuss the actions of a fictional company called MHRC, who were in a dispute with a petrol station owner. The petrol station owner claimed that it was because he spoke out on local television against the company. The company claimed the reason why they fired the petrol station manager is because of his unsavory lifestyle. Of the 33 groups tested by Gamson, 32 rebelled in some way. The participants established a strong group identity in which members agreed that the demands of the authority were unreasonable. In 25 out of 33 of the groups, the majority of group members refused to sign consent forms, allowing the film to be used in court. 9 groups even threatened legal action against the company. This shows that social influence, if it's perceived to be unjust, is less likely to have an effect than if it's seen to be legitimate. Locus of control. Having an internal locus of control broadly means that you believe that you are responsible for your own actions and that anything that happens to you is the consequence of your own choices.